That rod tip's underwater. We got one going there. That rod is buried. Got one buried. Just dropped this bait and I think I'm hooked up. Yes, sir. All right, guys, we're out here fishing some deep water, vertical fishing, about 80 to 100 feet of water to see if we can catch some catfish off this old bridge. Go up here in the bait cooler. We got some chicken. Throw that down here, cut up some pieces of that. Also got some live bait in here that I'm gonna cut up into some pieces to put down. We got a few bluegill, we got a few perch. Some of these ought to make it happen. A little bluegill here, put out some pieces of it. I'm gonna downsize bait a little bit just to see if we can incite a bite off of what's down here. Nothing but a Carolina rig. I'm gonna drop down. We got stuff around 30 feet. Up it down, I'm watching it on the sonar screen get into the range. Once I get it down there, I'll mark it. What I do is I come over here and mark my line. That way if I get bit right there, I kind of know the exact depth it's at. Again, pretty simple rig setup. Just Carolina rig, sinker, leader, hook, circle hook. That one, let's put this old bluegill head on there. Everything loves a bluegill head. Put that on. Same thing, gonna drop it down. Watch it on my sonar till I see it hit that strike zone. Come in with my Sharpie. Mark. There we go. Got a rod fishing on that side. All I'm doing is just floating across here real slow. Got a big drift sock out. We got some wind. It's more lake wind than it is anything. Let's see if some of these fish will hit. You ever wonder what a bite looks like out here suspended? That water, that rod tip's underwater. That's what we're looking for right there. That's what we're looking for. Finally got hit. There's fish all in here, man. All in here. That's a big channel cat. Holy cow. Holy cow, that's a big channel. Wow, we don't get many like that. A big old channel catfish. I was expecting him to be a blue. Nice channel cat. Wow, good fish. See that rounded anal fin there? That's your sign. You can see that's a mature one, no spots on it. So, had some dark colors, probably a female. Good looking fish. There we go. A little bit cool, that body feels cool. You can tell it's been down there in some deep water. Get it back alive. So that fish came out of about 85, 90 feet of water. It was suspended down around 20 feet. I've got a variety of baits out. I've got some chicken and I've got some cut bait out there just to see what's working. Only dragging 4 rods right now. And like I said, it's just covering a variety of depths, anywhere from 20 down to 40. There's fish all through there. They're all through the water column in there. So it's just a matter of finding one that wants to eat and one that'll take the bait and hopefully give us a little bit of a clue as to exactly what depth these fish are feeding at. I got a feeling they're feeding pretty much anywhere through there, so just a matter of hooking that one that wants to eat. Got one buried. Got one buried. There he is. Heck yeah. Dude, there's too many fish not to be getting bit here. There's just all kinds of fish on the sonar. Check bait on this one. Put a new piece on that one. That one may be going behind me. Got another good pull. That's a good fish. That's a better fish. That's a boga grip fish. Look how dark that sucker is. Simmer down, simmer down. That's a big old male. Big old male. That's a big fish there, boy. Heck yeah. Nice one. Look how dark that fish is. 100 feet of water. That is a good looking fish. Love that dark color. Love that dark color. Look at that. Great fish. Let's get him back alive. All right, guys, that was a good looking fish right there. That dark color, man, that clear water. This is gin clear water up here, and that's what happens, man. These things get dark. Good healthy fish, low 20s. That's the kind we're looking for. That's a heck of a bite. It's fun watching them rod tips get buried in the water. I'm using Big Cat Fever medium light trolling rods. I've fished up here before using the striper rods. It's nice having that flexibility on the tip when they load one of these baits up. But these rods are kind of similar. They got some good flex, they got some good give. I think that really helps in getting these hookups and not spooking the fish off right away. These aren't as bad as stripers when it comes to being sensitive to some resistance. So, but hooked up on a good fish. We're gonna see what else is through here. There's bait all through here. There's fish all through here. They are stacked anywhere from 20 to 60 feet. So it's just a matter of finding some. It seems like they kind of come in little spurts. You'll get some bites hit an area, and you know, I think a lot of that is bite incites another bite. When a fish sees another fish feeding, I think it makes a difference in getting them to feed. So we'll see if we can stick a couple more through here. We got one going there. Yep, that rod is buried. That rod is buried down there. Heck yeah. Hooked up again. We either found the fish or the time is right. One of the two. But I just barely got that bait back out. Got hooked up on that one. Nice fish. Same depth, about 100 feet. Another good fish. Another good one. Big old belly. Got it. There we go. Hooked up. Cut bait is making the difference here, guys. Big old fat fish. Look at the fat body on that one. God almighty. Look at that color. Guys, that thing is shaped like a football. Look at that color. Look at that football shape. Beautiful fish. Back alive. Yeah, guys, I barely got that bait back in the water, and boom, that rod went over. Another fish, that one in the teens. Again, good dark color, fat football shape to them. About the same depth here. Again, that one came very quickly, very close to the other one. So, you know, I think there's just some fish in here feeding. A good little school of them feeding. They see one eating and some activity, and they eat too. So, you know, situation like that, sometimes jigging will work. Sometimes if you got some jigging spoons and you can stir some stuff up, it'll help get them biting. Sometimes what's, I think, working out here is some of the rocking action of the boat. It's kind of windy, it's kind of choppy, baits are bouncing up and down. That can help too, but it's not on fire explosive as far as the bite goes, but we've caught a couple, so we'll see if we can get a couple more. Dude, I just dropped this bait and I think I'm hooked up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That didn't take long. Little reposition here. It's another nice fish. Looks like he's tail wrapped. If he gets unwrapped, he's gonna go nuts. He's getting ready to go nuts. Man, these fish are dark. Need to pick him up by the tail. It's gonna be the easiest way to get him in here. Semi-sassy. Get you unhooked here, get that out of the way. Get you up here so we can get a picture. So I knew he'd go nuts. Some point that fish was gonna go nuts. Another good fish. Oh yeah. Good looking fish. Look at that dark color, boy. They get dark in this clear water. You put fish in clear water or spawned up, man, they get dark. Little battle damage there. Might have got that off that bridge down there, I don't know. Damn, that one back there is getting hit. Good fishing. Let's get it back alive. Man, there's another nice fish. All of them, they're suspended here. What happens in some of these southern deep water reservoirs in the middle of the summer is you will get an oxygen pocket and a deprived oxygen area. And basically, these fish that are down there in the deeper, cooler water where the bait's at, have to kind of stay away from that oxygen, that deprived oxygen pocket. So you got to kind of figure out where that's at. The fish will tell you. You can see it on the sonar. And then you got to fish them and work them. And then you got to find some hungry ones. There's a lot of bait around, a lot of schools of bait, a lot of smaller schools of bait. So you're competing against what they normally want to eat. So it can make it kind of tough, but again, a lot of times it's just long drifts, long pulls, and then boom, boom, you get hit and you catch some fish, and then you may go for a while. It's windy today. You could probably try to spot lock on this. I've got a smaller trolling motor on this boat, so it's only 12 volts. It's a little harder to spot lock on top of them in this kind of stuff. So I just kind of make some pulls. Once I kind of pinch it down, I can tell by looking at my sonar, hitting some waypoints, figuring out where the fish are, where they're staged up at, where the biting fish are, and then you can narrow that drift every time, because they do move. Spot lock will work, but you know, if you're locked on a place, they may go this way with the bait, they may go that way with the bait. So being able to drift, cover water, will tell you some stuff, and you don't always know if the ones that you're on top of are going to be the ones that are feeding. So far, we've picked some off. It's not on fire crazy. There goes one right there. There goes a fish right there. It's not on fire, it's not crazy, but seeing those rods get smashed into the water is kind of fun.